Welcome back to Crafty Time!
With Mark and Fiona.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Gray and Fiona Gray here on the 2nd of January. Happy New Year. You've seen our TARDIS made of gingerbread. Now we're going to make a gingerbread Dalek. We've already made the pieces, as you can see here. The gingerbread, I went online and found a recipe called gingerbread, which is brown sugar
and butter
and molasses, beautiful blackstrap molasses. And since you're slow as molasses in January, this is how slow molasses goes in January. Hey, what are you doing?
Also cloves.
Cloves, there's cinnamon in there. We could probably put the recipe. There's supposed to be ground ginger. We used fresh ginger because we're badass. You don't want to get this on your teeth because you'll get gingivitis.
Right.
Baking soda, I don't know what else. Read the recipe.
Scrape the sides to get all the stuff, you know, scrape the thing in the middle.
Having one of these orbital stand mixers is really the best thing ever.
Yep.
You know, because you put it in there, it just mixes the hell out of it. You stop once in a while to scrape the sides. Next thing you know, you have a beautiful ball of dough.
Oh my god.
Then what do you do with it, Fiona?
Wrap it up in saran wrap, and then it looks like a potato.
Put it in the fridge for half an hour. All the time you want, really, when it's nice and chilled. Lay it on some parchment paper on your cookie sheet. Parchment's the best, because it won't stick, right?
And then I rolled it all out.
She's very strong.
Oh,
come on! Squish it! You can do it. Next thing you know, look how flat that is. Amazing. Then, we gotta cut out our shapes. The main shape is this biscuit cutter shape, and the diameter of that is gonna determine the length of your side strip pieces for your Dalek. Once you figure out that, just cut a rectangle about that height, right? About 5 inches. Then you cut it in these strips.
That are kind of like trapezoids, where they're skinnier at the top and bigger at the bottom.
Right, ours were kind of on 1 centimeter at the top, 2 at the bottom, sort of. And here's the secret, you just peel out every other one so they all have space to kind of cook and melt and not stick together. Pretty fancy, huh?
And then you put it in the oven.
And 15 minutes later, you got these beautiful hard cookies. Let them cool so they get nice and hard. Then you can make some other parts that you might need out of your leftover dough.
Now let's build the damn thing.
We have one big one here for the bottom. Let's a bunch of smaller cookies to stack up to make his little head. And then a bunch of
a little thing.
Side pieces here.
Oof. And
a little dome. And then we have this royal icing, which is this amazing stuff that you glue it all together with. Oh my god, it's so thick.
It's so intense.
You sticky son of a bitch, get in there. The recipe for this can be found on the internet by typing in royal icing.
It's a lot of sugar and some egg whites.
It's a bag of sugar, 2 pounds of sugar, 2 egg whites, and 1/3 of a cup of milk. Whipped up in a stand mixer until it turns into this magical goo. Which is pretty effing magical.
Which will be the glue for our gingerbread Dalek.
Okay. Fan-damn-tastic. Now, rather than buy a bunch of expensive pastry bags and stuff, we just have a Ziploc bag here. Cut just the very tippity tip off of it. And now, okay, we've got to build a support structure. Have we measured this at all?
No.
Oh, it's effing perfect. Okay. The central structure of our Dalek is kind of like a house of cards. It's 2 vertical pieces made in sort of a cross with then 1 cookie sitting on top. It was hard to get the cookie to be perfectly horizontal because the sticks weren't all the same length. We could have actually measured that and cut them, you know. Whatever. We shimmed it up with another piece of cookie that was actually meant to be a little fez.
But was just burnt.
And, you know, it made a nice level thing. The trick is this royal icing, once it hardens, is as hard as a rock. So it's kind of amazing. You could just fill any voids with this royal icing and it'll support whatever you want.
Literally glue. And basically just pure sugar.
Okay, so now we've got these pieces here, which we just have to stick on like that and keep going around until we make a Dalek, right?
And let's put one on this side and one on that side.
Okay. This is harder to squeeze than it looks.
Yeah.
So pretty much we just use our royal icing and stick all of our side pieces all around our 2 circles, making this cone shape of a Dalek. Just cover the edges touching each other with the royal icing and fill in the gaps. You have to kind of eyeball it to make sure that you've chosen the right pieces because they're not all exactly the same size.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. You're not actually making a real Dalek that has to work. It's a cookie, right?
Yep.
So it can be a little sloppy.
And cute.
And cute. Like that one there is a little bit too short. I had to pry it out a little bit. Now, here's the cool part. We stack up our cookies and they make the head of the Dalek.
Like his neck part that's like a bunch of slits. And then to make the dome...
I made the cookie dome by putting cookie dough on the back of a coffee spoon and baking it in the oven just like that. The key is you got to take it off while it's still hot. Otherwise, it'll shrink and crack.
We used pretzel sticks for the arms, which we bought a whole bag of and are now eating lots of, which worked pretty well. We stuck them in the sides where the icing was and just used the icing as cement and held them up a little bit.
To make the Dalek eye stalk, I took the dome off, and the little place where the spoon handle was, I took a razor knife and carved out a little bit of the cookie, being careful not to crack it. Then I took a gumdrop and burrowed a hole in it with the end of a pretzel. Stick a little royal icing on the end of there and cement it in, and it holds on perfectly. And while Fiona draws the pupil of the eye, I squirted some more icing in the slot and then put the whole thing together.
Push it in.
Gotta keep an eye on the radial symmetry of this guy. Symmetry or symmetry?
Symmetry.
To make the ears, or antennas, what would you call those things?
Ears.
We just glued on gumdrops with more royal icing. Gotta make sure to really mush them on there.
They were actually the perfect shape. And then to do the dots, we took the same gumdrops and cut them in half.
That way they're like little hemispheres instead of tall cones. And we glued them up and down the side, 4 on a side. It's a real Candy Crush challenge not to have any two of the same color next to each other.
So just put dots of icing and stick all the gumdrops on. Be sure to wash your scissors, because otherwise they'll get all sticky.
Luckily, sugar dissolves in water, so no matter how sticky and nasty everything gets, it's real easy to wash off. Exterminate! Exterminate! When we take the Instagram, we'll know it's ready. Here we go. Come on down to the shot here. This is Noah. He's upstairs doing God knows what. Happy New Year, everybody! From Noah and Fiona and Mark and Dalek and Baby Dalek and Cookie Face. Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! Keep crafting and be sure to leave us a comment about what you want us to make next, okay? Don't you eat him! You could eat him, probably.
I could.
It's alright. Alright. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Daddy? Daddy? Are we going to kill Doctor Who today?
This is so cute.
Yes, son. David. Oh, goody. Oh, Daddy, you're so colorful. This is going to be the best Christmas ever.